Why do INFJs feel like walking contradictions? They can predict your emotional breakdown before you even feel it. They know how to disappear and reappear like emotional Houdinis. And yet, most INFJs walk through life wondering if anyone will ever truly see them. Here's the truth. INFJs are rare, not because they're mythical unicorns, but because their inner world is so rich, complex, and overwhelming. They often have no idea how to show it to the world. This isn't just a personality analysis. This is a raw, honest, and revealing look at what it feels like to be an INFJ, and how you can either suffer in silence or transform your quiet power into something unstoppable. What is an INFJ really? Sure, the MBTI tells you INFJ stands for Introverted, Intuitive, Feeling, Judging. But that doesn't mean much unless you understand what's underneath. INFJs lead with NI, Introverted Intuition. It's not magic. It's deep pattern recognition. They absorb bits of information, body language, tone, even silence, and their brain forms a quiet theory of what's really going on. Then there's FE, Extrovert Feeling. This isn't being nice. It's being emotionally tuned to the point of exhaustion. They feel what others feel, and if they're not careful, they lose themselves in the process. T, Introverted Thinking, acts like an inner judge. It keeps their worldview coherent and logical, but it also fuels their perfectionism. Finally, say, Extrovert Sensing is their blind spot. They often miss the moment because they're too deep in thought. So no, INFJs aren't mind readers or mystics. They're hyper-analytical empaths. But that gift, it comes with a cost. The INFJ's internal world, beautiful, brutal, and overloaded. Imagine living with a projector in your head that never shuts off. INFJs don't just think. They see layers of meaning, future possibilities, emotional cause and effect chains that most people overlook. But that depth often turns against them. They read too much into a comment. They sense emotional shifts no one else notices. And they internalize it all. This means they're often drained, not because they hate people, but because they absorb people. And worse, because their mind is constantly connecting dots, they struggle to rest. It's like trying to sleep with your brain on fire. The INFJ loop: overthinking, overfeeling, and shutting down. Here's where it gets messy. When life gets overwhelming, INFJs can fall into what's called the NIT loop. They isolate. They overthink. They run endless internal simulations of what could go wrong. They stop using FE. They stop connecting. This leads to paralysis. They stop reaching out, convinced no one would understand. Their texts go unanswered. Their jobs feel meaningless. Their identity becomes a fog. From the outside, it looks like they ghosted. But really, they're trying to survive their own mind. The empathy paradox: feeling everyone, belonging nowhere. INFJs feel like emotional outcasts, even when surrounded by people. They're often the friend everyone calls during a crisis, but when they break, there's silence. Why? Because they've trained people to see them as the strong one. They crave deep conversation, but get stuck in surface-level small talk. They want authenticity, but feel like their truth is too much. So they shrink. They perform. They adapt. Until one day, they look in the mirror and wonder who they've become. INFJ strengths: strategic, intuitive, and visionary. But here's the other side. INFJs can see what others miss. They can take chaos and find the pattern. They can listen and hear the pain behind the words. They're idealists, yes, but they're strategic idealists. When healthy, INFJs make incredible leaders, not because they shout, but because they understand. Famous INFJs like Carl Jung, Martin Luther King Jr., and Mother Teresa weren't loud. They were focused, compassionate, and unstoppable. They're not here to blend in. They're here to shift the collective consciousness. INFJ weaknesses, and how to fix them without losing your soul. Let's talk about what holds them back. Perfectionism. They see the ideal version of everything. But that vision becomes a prison. Fix it. Start before it's perfect. Let it suck. Perfection kills progress. Burnout. They give too much to everyone and leave nothing for themselves. Fix it. Schedule solitude. Make it non-negotiable. People-pleasing. FE makes them hyper-aware of expectations. Fix it. Ask, what do I need today, before answering anyone else's needs. Living in their head. Say is underused. INFJs forget to ground themselves. Fix it. Touch grass. Breathe. Eat. Move. Your body matters. How to make INFJ work for you, not against you. INFJs need structure that honors their vision but protects their energy. They thrive in careers where depth and purpose intersect. Coaching, therapy, strategy, writing, design, research, anything where they can impact without chaos. They need solitude like oxygen, but also a few trusted souls who get them. Their greatest weapon? Journaling. It helps them unload the chaos, find clarity, and reconnect with purpose. Also, stop trying to be understood by everyone. You're not for everyone. You're not supposed to be. How to love an INFJ without driving them away. Here's your cheat sheet. Don't crowd them. Silence is sacred. Don't lie. Ever. They'll know. Ask deep questions. Let them talk about ideas. Reassure them, but only if it's real. They can smell fake. Don't fix them. Just be present. INFJs crave emotional safety. When they find it, they bloom like galaxies. The quiet force the world forgot to listen to. INFJs are the storm beneath still water. They're the visionaries no one sees coming. The ones who create meaning from pain, clarity from chaos, and connection from silence. If you're an INFJ, don't tone it down. Refine it. If you love one, don't simplify them. Honor their complexity. And if you've never met one, you probably have. They're just too quiet to tell you. Like, share, and subscribe if you felt this. And if you're an INFJ, drop a brain red heart in the comments to let the rest of us know you're watching.